What's up, y'all? So this is the What's up, everybody? What is up, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up, y'all? Hey, ¿qué pasa? What is up, y'all? So we are in the divisional round of the playoffs now. We just got done with the wild card round of this 2025 season, and so my other phone is the charger's messed up in it, so it's not charging right. So it's sitting on. I can only get like one charger to work with it, and it sucks because I just a few months ago, I had another one. I had a new charging port put in for like $50. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna order one from Amazon this time myself for like $10 and switch it myself. Hopefully I don't mess it up. I hope I don't mess it up, but I'm gonna watch a YouTube video on it and that'll be that. So I already went down and wrote, the scores and everything. But so this is probably gonna be a really short video. I'm just kind of talking just to drag it out a little bit. But yeah, so we had the Rams at the Panthers, and this was for the wild card round, which was last week. We had the Rams at the Panthers. I picked the Rams to win, and the Rams did win 34-31. So what do y'all think? Y'all think the Panthers are going to run the AFC, not the AFC, what do you think they're going to run the NFC South next year? Because the Falcons, I don't know, what was it? It was the Falcons, the Bucks, and the Panthers were all tied, right? So, but the way the Panthers started looking, man, if they do things right, they could probably dominate that division next year. So I think it's a possibility that they do, a good possibility that they end up doing that shit. But yeah, they won 34. The Rams won 34-31, and so I got that one right. And then, which I watched a little bit of that game. I think I watched a decent amount of it. But then we have the Packers at the Bears, and I picked the Bears to win, and they did win 31-27. So I got that one right. And then we have I didn't watch any of that one. Then we had the Bills at the Jaguars, and I watched some of that. But the Bills won 27-24, and I picked the Bills to win, so I got that one right. Then we had the 49ers at the Eagles, and I picked the Eagles to win, and the Eagles lost. They lost 23-19, so I got that one wrong. And then we have the Chargers at the Patriots. Man, that game, I thought the Chargers were going to do more, but with a shitty offensive line, I guess you're not doing anything really, So I got that one wrong. I got that one right, because I picked the Patriots, but I thought it was going to be a better game than what it was. But the Patriots won 16-3. And then we had the Texans at the Steelers. I picked the Steelers to win, and the Steelers got walked all over. They got beat 30-6. So, but so I ended up 4-2 for the week. 4-2, man. And Mike Tomlin stepped down. I think what happened is, probably the front office probably came to him and been like, look, man, it's not working out no more. This and that. You can either step down, or we're going to end up, letting you go. And I think that's what happened. I could be wrong, because I don't know. I haven't looked into the whole thing any more than that, but I kind of feel like that's what happened. You've been here for 19, 20 years, so it's just like, Yeah, something like that, close to 20 years. So, and considering they never had a losing season, they had, and all that, I think that's probably what happened. They were like, look, Mike, you gave us a winning season every year. You gave us a Super Bowl. Was it 2 Super Bowl appearances and 1 win? I can't remember, but they did get 1 win. So, I kind of feel like the front office came to them and was like that, and they were like, and because of that, we want to give you a chance to suddenly step down, or, we're going to end up having to do all the other crap that they do and go. But either way, they wanted to go separate ways because it wasn't working out. That's the way I think it went. Could be wrong, but yeah, and that's the reason why I ended up being Mike Tomlin stepped down instead of Mike Tomlin getting fired like the way a few other coaches have this year. Okay, so now on to the divisional round. My right contact is messing up on me. So we have the Bills at the Broncos. I'm not going to pick just yet because I'm not 100% sure. But if you look it up on Google, they got the probability too. There's a 48% probability that the Bills are going to win and a 52% probability that the Broncos are going to win. And so, it could. I think that game could go either way. So I don't know, man. Broncos are probably the more complete team, but we'll see. And then we got the 49ers at the Seahawks. The probability of the 49ers winning is 24%, and then the probability of the Seahawks winning is 76%. And I'm probably going to go with the Seahawks on that one. We're going to pick here in a little bit, here in a few minutes. Then we have the Texans at the Patriots. And it's a 38% chance of the Texans winning and a 62% chance of the Patriots winning. I'm probably going to go with the Patriots on that one. And then we have the Rams at the Bears, and the Rams, it's a 64% chance of them winning and a 30% and a 36% chance of the Bears winning. I think the Rams are going to win that, but I can see it going either way. This is the playoffs now, so yeah, I'm going with the Rams. And then we have the Texans at the Patriots, and I'm going to pick the Patriots, but I could see the Texans going up there and that defense getting the best of them, and then the offense, just plays, and then the offense plays good enough between that banging ass defense that the Texans have and the offense that they have the potential to play at. I think they could go up there and overwhelm the Pats, and surprise the Patriots. So I think that could happen. And if they, I think if they were to go up there and they were to surprise them fast enough, it'll knock the Patriots off balance. So, it'll be just like one of those things where motherfucker slaps the shit out of you and it's just like, what the fuck? You stand there for a minute like in shock. So you don't really do right because the shock, you get what I'm saying? The surprise of it. So yeah, I could actually see that happening, but I'm gonna go with the Pats anyway because I think the momentum of everything is probably more in the Pats' favor. Matter of fact, if the Pats beat the Texans, I think they'll be the ones that go to the Super Bowl. So, yeah. But I'm picking the Pats on that. Then we got the 49ers and the Seahawks. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. And I don't know that much about the Seahawks or the 49ers, really. Then we got the Bills at the Broncos. The Bills at the Broncos. And, man, I don't know if the Bills have enough to beat the Broncos, you know? Like, I wish I would have looked more into it before I started recording this video. I wish I would have looked more into the Broncos and everything, because while they got a great record and all that, and they were the #1 seed, Bo Nix is not really all that great of a quarterback, or is he? You know, I haven't looked at his numbers. I haven't watched any of his games, so I don't know. But for some reason, I'm just feeling like it's the rest of the team that is carrying him, and I could be wrong. And so if I'm wrong, don't come at me. You know, I'm just going on what I feel like. Yeah, I want to go with the Bills, but at the same time, I think the Broncos are going to get the best of the Bills. I don't know, man. I don't know. And you know, I've seen stuff talk about Mahomes ain't in the playoffs this year. You don't have Mahomes. You know, they don't have to face Mahomes. They don't have to face what's his name, Joe Burrow. They don't have to face Patrick Mahomes. This is the year for Josh Allen to go to the Super Bowl. Like, if he don't win this year, he's not gonna go and win at all. Like, I've seen stuff being said like that, and you know, that's probably true. But at the same time, while you got those three quarterbacks that have always had to stand in his way, at the same time, now you got a banging ass defense to stop too. So yeah, so there's that. And like, even though Josh Allen, you know, even though those other quarterbacks, you know, you got to play the game with them in it. The quarterback isn't just playing the offense, and that quarterback on the opposing team, that quarterback is playing the defense. So, and the Broncos defense. So yeah, that's what you got to think about too. But I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think the Broncos are probably going to win, but I'm picking the Bills just because. Y'all know that's what I do sometimes. I pick the team. Sometimes I pick a team just because that's who I kind of feel, even though, you know, going with logic and everything would say otherwise. But yeah, so I'm going to get off here, y'all, and I'm going to get y'all this video, and I will see y'all next video. Y'all take a good one. Hold on, what was I saying? Y'all have a good one. Take it easy, and peace.